Hello, how's it going? Welcome to part 2 of my GitHub projects. Today we'll be looking at the curiosity indicator, which I made on May 29th of this year. The purpose behind the curiosity indicator is kind of give a look at curiosity tracking. Most of the ways in which we do, perceived curiosity tracking is through like blood tests and checking out hormone levels or neurotransmitter levels, or, we try to perceive it by observing people, right? And trying to say that's. These are kind of subjective ways. They're not some have to be kind of confined in laboratory setups, and some are just based on how you perceive, right? So I kind of want to put a pledge into my sort of idea for curiosity tracking, which is through identifying actions and understanding how much, what sort of curiosity might associate with that type of action, right? So if you're really curious about something, you'll be doing this action. If you're not as curious, you won't be looking in it as much. You won't be doing these actions. This is also because of the concept of the forgetting curve, coined by Herman Ebbinghaus. This is rather a graph that looks at the retention of a concept after learning it once versus multiple times, right? You might learn a concept once, and then by 24 hours, you might have lost 70% of the concept, right? And you only remember 30% of it. And then when you continue to learn and learn and learn, you'll remember more of it. I wanted to look at the effect of curiosity on this. If you're really curious about this one concept, how much more will you remember once you learn it the first time? And can you remember most of it when learning it the first time? So this is what I was really looking into. Let's get right into it. So first things first, we obviously have to coin our actions that we're considering for tracking curiosity. So I coined actions: watch video, ask questions, read, link, studying, and I set up values for these. These values can represent the curiosity level per se, right? The if it's not too curious of an action, it'd be like maybe close to 1. If it's a really curious action, like it's an activity that you do if you're really curious about a topic, then yeah, it'd be 5. The only this reading link thing, I might change it. It's also because of how people read. A lot of people read actively. A lot of people may not read as actively. So I kind of put that median value, and it could be the same thing for watch videos and maybe asking questions. That's why I consider this to be a pretty subjective model, and so that's why I'm still working on this. So after this, we're gonna obviously set up a directory to get the curiosity information. This is go back to the actions, and then we set up 2 different systems: a user count and weightage, right? And these would be affected based on the actions done from the action scores. Then we're defining a function for actions, right? This if action occurs in the action scores, then our user count will go up by 1 because there obviously is somebody doing those actions, and then our weightage would correspond to the numbers over here, right? So let's say you did watch video, so user count goes up by 1, and then your weightage goes to 5 because you've done the watch video action. And then this function obviously has to be called for all 4 actions, just so that this can be tracked. And after that, you also have to print the curiosity data onto the terminal for the person or for the user to see what he or she has done. So for action, the data, the curiosity information items, we're just going back right here. These are items, right? Because it's a dictionary or directory. Here, we're going to print it with capitalizing the action, which would be watch video, ask questions, reading, or studying. And then we'd put the data, the user count, and the weightage, which we're getting from right here. Because we call the function for these. And let's say they actually did watch video. When they print it, it's going to say user count 1. It's going to say weight 5. And then it's going to print all of that. And it's going to capitalize watch video. And then after that, I added a final thing to kind of classify people. This again is kind of subjective. It's coming from my opinion, so please take this with a grain of salt. If data weightage is greater than or equal to 5, then it's going to print high curiosity person right under the data for the action. Right, so action user count weightage, and then we're going to say high curiosity person, and then less than 5, we're going to say low curiosity person. I really want some amendments for this, especially with the actions, the action scores. I want a general idea so I can apply this to general audience. And perhaps you want to consider many other things, such as the alertness of the person when doing the activity, versus the duration of the activity, versus the intensity that the person put into the activity, right? Because these are many different factors that can affect how curious a person could be. This is a very general model. I really want to work on this and improve it so that this can be applied to a lot more people, and we can actually get a foothold in tracking curiosity so we can see how we can transform the ways in which people can learn. Thank you for watching. I will see you guys in the next one next Sunday.